Hi everybody, Renegade68 here with some more Let's Play Ever 17, the Out of Infinity Blind. So last time, Duck Duck Goose with chickens, not quite. But yeah, lots of Takeshi, not much shonen. I kind of want some more shonen. I get that the reason they're probably doing a lot of Takeshi is because of Coco in Takeshi's playthrough, and this is the Coco route, I guess. But I want more shonen. Anyways, the game chicks did seem to possess a kind of ritualistic demonic charm that could subdue any of the human ability to be rational. Probably because Coco is demonic. It seemed to me that you might have been possessed by that charm. Oh well, that wasn't important. Demonic possessions aren't that big of a deal. What was important was somehow I had missed out on seeing a historical moment. Yu's wacky performance. It was truly unfortunate. Darn it! I mentally clicked my tongue. So, what are you doing now? You should be able to tell by looking at us? No. Coco and you were sitting face to face on the carpet making out. What? Pee-Pee had set his face on Coco's head. Between the two of them was a mountain of small, bead-like grains. A pen was stuck at the top of the mountain. A game of avalanche with a mountain of sand? That's right! No, Naku, that's not right! Oh. Huh? This is a mountain of tears. Oh. It's a mountain of tears, not sand. Oh, great. A mountain of tears? How somber. I sat next to him and pinched a single grain from the mountain. I remember. Coco was throwing these into the puddle at the ruins yesterday. Clear, colorless grain. They were formed in the shape of a drop of water. Glass tears. No, they weren't made of glass. I could tell just by touching them. You never told me what they were yesterday, did you? So I guess I'll try again. What are they? They're mermaid tears. I don't believe it. Proof. Proof or no belief. Mermaid tears? Coco closed her eyes and nodded. Of course she did. I don't care what you say, there's no way these are real mermaid tears. Well, you just gotta believe. Believe in the heart of the mermaid. Oh yeah? I just had chips, and the aftertaste is still flowing through my mouth. Saying this, you pointed to the display rack on the souvenir shop. Ellipses? I stood up and walked toward where you had pointed. Racks were packed with different kinds of merchandise. Amongst all this stuff, there was a corner with a line of old-looking ceramic bottles. This reminds me, oh my gosh, way back when I started this LP, I was on a mission. It didn't last very long, but I thought it'd be really cool if, like, I always started and ended the video with the same character. Like back when we were switching between Shonen and Takeshi. My goal was to either start and end the session, or at least the video, if I could edit it into that way. To start and end, I think always with Takeshi? Was that the plan? It might have been always with Shonen, I don't remember. But, no, I think it was Takeshi, because I start with Takeshi. Start the game with Takeshi. Even though Shonen to me feels more like the main character, if anything, but, anyways, yeah, I always wanted to start and end with Takeshi, and Shonen would be packed in the middle. Obviously that fell apart once I had to pick a character to choose, but that was a mission I had at the very beginning of the LP, so... Oh, fun times. I picked up one of the bottles and looked at it. It was slightly bigger than the size of my palm and heavier than I imagined. It felt solid in my hand. Printed on the label was mermaid tears. Oh, I get it! Ha! Ha! Looked at the bottom of the bottle, there was a round stamp on it. Contents: candy. Ingredients: sugar, corn syrup, acidifier, flavoring. I shook the bottle. I heard a dry, crisp sound. Pulling out the cork top, I poured some under my palm. Cork top? I don't see that very often. Maybe you do in Japan. Not over here. I poured too much and some of them spilled from my hand to the floor. Oh. The mermaid tears bounced on the carpet as if they were dancing. I see. Holding the ball in my right hand and teardrop in my left, I went back to where I had been sitting before and plopped myself down with a thud. So these mermaid tears are just some kind of souvenir? Yep. Let's see. Mumbling to myself, I popped all the teardrops from my left hand into my mouth. Oh god, that's way too many at once. You never eat that many at once, Takeshi. That's too deep. I chomped down on them hard. The melting sweetness spread in my mouth. These are good! Oh, I thought for sure he was gonna be like, that's too many at once! Blah! It's been a long time since I tasted anything besides a chicken sandwich. What about hot dogs? You get hot dogs in this playthrough. Yeah, because you're Takeshi. If you were shonen, you wouldn't get hot dogs, but yeah. I had heard somewhere before that eating sweets makes people feel happy. And at that moment, I was enraptured by the sweetness in my mouth. Oh my god! I'm an atheist. Oh. Actually, oh my dog! Because the god of the dog, bell dog. You're the god. This is the god. This thing is the dog. Pee-pee is the dog. Pee-pee is the dog, and Pee-pee is the god. Shouldn't have done that. What? Ate all of those at once? I'm gonna tell on you. For doing what? Why? Is it because I'm eating them for free? You are too, Coco. No, no. That wasn't what I meant at all. You just ate the teardrops of a mermaid, didn't you, Takepyon? Did I? Sure, I did. I'm gonna eat more. If you do that, you'll end up like the 800-year-old nun. Excuse me? Who? 800-year what? You and I looked at each other. Does this have anything to do with the cure disease that Tsugumi has? You don't know the story of Yaobi Kuni, the 800-year-old nun? I do not. Do you know what she's talking about, you? Nope, not a clue. Wow, something you doesn't know. That's pretty crazy. Alright then, I, Coco, will tell you the story of the 800-year-old nun. Ellipses. Ellipses. Don't forget the applause. Clap, clap, clap. Sorry. There you go, real claps. Okay, it starts like this. Once upon a time, in a galaxy far, far away, because that's always necessary, there was a beautiful young girl. She was 17 years old and a huge slut, and she loved camellia flowers. She also had a very handsome girlfriend. Ooh. And he was about twice her age. I think he was, at least. Anyway, one day he gave her camellia flowers as a present and said, "This flower is for you." Oh my! What an ugly flower this is! Ooh! Well, the ugliness of the flower suits the ugliness of your face. In fact, you're even more ugly. Even 1,000,000 of these flowers wouldn't be as ugly as you! Why couldn't you like my flower? Oh, you're such a sweet talker, you. Ooh. I'm not just trying to flatter you, I'm telling the truth. Oh, sweetheart! My hate love. They were so passionately in some kind of weird tsundere love that they could talk this way in public and they wouldn't even be embarrassed about it. Ellipses? Ellipses. Well, one day, the girl's dad, his name was Ganta from Hunter x Hunter? What was his name? Something like that. No, it was gone. Where's the ta come from? Gonta. I feel like Gonta sounds similar in my head, but nah. Went diving into the ocean. Genta? Oh, that's where. It's Genta from Case Clothes. That's why it's in my head. Anyways, he did that because this old guy who lived in the ocean was like 1,000 years old. Hey Gonta, I'm having a home party. Want to come? And invited him to a party. Mr. Gonta arrived at the most ugly mansion he'd ever seen in his whole life. And his life wasn't very long. But strangely, he was able to breathe once he got inside. Weird! Breathing in a mansion? Wait, it's an underwater mansion? Is that right? Wait. Passionately, I think I missed something somewhere. Girl's dad went diving into the ocean. He did that because this old guy who lived in the ocean was like, oh, I got it. I understand. The old guy who lived in the ocean, I missed that one I was reading. And he lived in a mansion in the ocean, apparently. And there's air in the mansion that you can breathe. Gotcha! Okay, so he lives in a pineapple under the sea then? Yeah, good to see you, Genta-kun. The old guy welcomed him. Said someone else. Gonta had a gourmet dinner and a wonderful time. And he never wanted to go home, but eventually he had to. Gonta said, I'm here, sorry, but I've got to go home soon. The old man who lived under the ocean said, huh? You're leaving so soon? That's too bad. My daughter's waiting for me at home. I'll come again sometime soon, okay? Although not too soon. I feel like our voices need some time apart. Oh well, hey, why don't you take this for a souvenir? The old man handed him a bottle of something that looked like alcohol, said some other third guy with the same voice. Same. What's this? Ask Gonta? The old man answered with a big smile. It's mermaid tears! Ha 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 ha! Ellipses. So where's the nun come into place? Gonta went home and hid the souvenir in the cabinet. And a few days later, an incident took place. Dun dun dun! While Gonta wasn't home, his daughter secretly opened the cabinet and drank all the liquid in the bottle. Dun dun dun! Wait, but mermaid tears are candy, not liquid, right? Or did I miss something? It was so delicious the girl drank the whole thing up. So, is the mermaid tears just a liquid in this story? Or did I miss something? I don't feel like going back. And? After that, the girl stopped aging at all. Oh, okay. So, cure disease. I was right. A year had passed, then 2, and then 3.
美しい姿のままだったのです。
After 5, 10, and 20 years, the girl still was the same beautiful self. Question of the day? If you could potentially had the option to say either like yes or no, would you like to like live forever as like a 20-something person? I'd probably say yes as long as they keep making interesting new animation video games. But what would you do? Would you rather know that it's limited and that you don't have to spend forever, or would you like the idea that there is a forever to potentially be spent? If you're the kind of person that plans for the future, it might be scary, but just live day by day. It could be fun, but yeah. Anyways.
決して老いることのない肉体を娘っ子は手に入れてしまったのでした。
She had a body that would never age. Ellipses.
いつの時代も不老長寿は人類の夢であり希望ですが、この娘っ子の場合は違いました。
Eternal youth and longevity has always been a dream and a hope for humans, but it wasn't the case for this girl. Okay, and this girl is your dog!
娘っ子は我が身の不幸を嘆き、呪いました。
She lamented and cursed her own fate, of course. People always want to live forever until they can, and then they say it sucks, but well, no, not always. There are some people who think living forever is cool, but usually, those are rare to see, and usually you don't see those to maybe like sometimes people who think living forever sucks will eventually develop into thinking that living forever is cool at the end of the story, but usually, at least when you meet people at first that live forever, they're like, it sucks because, but,
なぜなら、大好きだった彼氏さんは、どんどん年を取っていくのに、自分は17歳で
Yeah, I get it.
少しも成長しなかったからです。
Because she stayed at the age of 17, but her boyfriend grew older and older. Seems like a win-win. I'm just kidding. I mean, he still has the young, attractive eye candy, and she gets to maybe be with a more mature man. Is she like that? Obviously, yeah, it's gonna be a bit awkward. I get it, but I mean, and then when he dies, wait a few years, move on. What? I don't know. That's a weird thing to think about, but yeah.
しばらくして、さらに悲しい出来事が娘っ子を襲いました。
One day, an incident happened that was very sad. Is this a different incident or the same incident? Are we talking about the same incident?
彼氏さんが34歳という若さでこの世を去ってしまったのです。
Oh my god, I just realized they're doing 1734 again. What tits? What the tits? Her boyfriend passed from this world to the next at the tender age of 34. Of course they did. Hey! At the start of the story, when I was purposely fucking up a lot of the words, I was like, her boyfriend was twice her age, and he died at twice her age! Ha-ha! I called it, kind of.
亡くなる間際、彼氏さんは娘っ子にこう言いました。
Before he died, he said to her,
700年待ってくれ。700年後、再びこの世に生まれ変わり、必ず君のところへ行くから。
Wait for me for 700 years. After 700 years has passed, I'll be reborn in this world and come to you. I mean, you can probably hook up with some other guys in the meantime, but like, maybe when it's approaching the 650, 660, definitely by 680 year mark, you might want to consider, not trying to look for all the romance, but
娘っ子は泣きました。おいおいおいおいと泣き続けました。
The girl cried and cried. Boy, did she just cry and cry.
やがて、彼氏さんを失った悲しみから、娘っ子はビクニとなり、諸国暗下の旅へと出かけることにしました。
After a while, because she was so sad at losing him, she decided to leave on a long trip.
ビクニというのは、出家した二層。女性のお坊さんのことです。
She renounced the material world and decided to live her life as a nun. I get it. That's why it's called the nun story. Gotcha. That's an understandable choice. That's actually a pretty adult choice, although, after living for so long, it makes sense. But that's not really leaving the material world. You're still a person. Ellipses. Ellipses.
ビクニは国々を巡って病気の人を治し、貧しい人を助け、田畑を耕し、川に橋を架け。
The nun traveled around the country. She cured the sick, helped the poor, did a little farming, built some bridges over rivers, and planted lots of camellia seeds.
椿がすくすくと成長し、花を咲かせる頃になると、 また別の国へと移って行き、困っている人々を助け、
When the camellias grew mature, healthy, and started to flower, she would move on to another region and begin all over again, helping those in need. Well, that's nice.
そんなことを何百年も続けました。
She continued living that way for hundreds of years. That's very selfless, but I mean, hey, I guess it's better than just, you know, being sad for all your life. Well, I mean, I guess you could be sad and do that as well, but hopefully she had some joy.
椿の種をまいたのは彼氏さんの道しるべにするためです。
That's nice. The reason she planted camellia seeds was as a way of giving directions to her boyfriend in case he came looking for her. Suddenly I'm invested in the story. I'm not fucking it up anymore. I actually like it.
彼氏さんがこの世に生まれ変わってきた時、自分の居場所がわかるようにビクには種をまいたのでした。
She planted lots and lots of camellia seeds so that when he was reborn into this world he'd know where she was.
ビクには諦めていませんでした。
She hadn't given up hope. Plot twist. It takes so long that she ends up planting camellia seeds all over the world so we can never find her because now they're suddenly everywhere.
彼氏さんの言葉をずっと信じ続けていたのです。
She'd kept believing the whole time that her boyfriend's words would come true. And if they didn't, wow, like that's... I mean, there's leading someone on, but that's like to the a millionth degree extreme. Like, wow.
そしてついに700年が経ち、ビクには生まれ故郷に戻りました。
At last, 700 years passed and she returned to her homeland.
けれども、ふるさとの村にビクニの知っている人は一人もいません。
But there wasn't anyone who knew her anymore.
仕方なく、ビクニは村外れの洞窟へ入ることにしました。
With no place to live, she decided to enter a cave on the outskirts of the village. Now this is getting a little weird.
その入り口近くに椿の種をたくさんまきました。
She planted many camellia seeds near the entrance. Okay, is this story gonna have a sad ending or a happy ending? It's Takeshi, so he's probably gonna get a sad ending, just based on how his playthroughs have been, but...
洞窟に入る前、ビクニは村人にこんなことを言いました。
Before she entered into the cave, she told the villagers,
日の出と日没の頃に私は鈴を鳴らします。
I will ring a bell on sunrise and sunset.
この鈴の音が聞こえなくなったら、私は亡くなったと思ってください。
If you stop hearing the bell, please just think that I have passed away. That's morbid. Ellipses.
それから1年経ち、2年経ち、3年経ち、
Wow. A year passed, then 2 and 3.
5年経ち、10年経ち、20年経っても彼氏さんはやってきませんでした。
Wow. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna end with, in the end, he does show up, but, like, oh man, super leading her on. You know, never letting her move on, always letting her feel like, well, you could argue it's a way of getting her to, you know, believe and keep living and not give up on life. But at the same time, it could twist her logic and just make her like, I can't be with any man. I can't cheat on him if he's gonna come back beyond other things. But I can't be happy until he's around again. And that seems like might have been what happened to her. So I don't know. After 5, 10, 20 years, her boyfriend still didn't show up.
30年経ち、40年経ち、50年経ち、
30 years passed, then 40, and then 50 years passed.
60年経ち、70年経ち、80年経ってもやっぱり彼氏さんはやってきませんでした。
After 60, 70, and 80 years had passed, her boyfriend still hadn't shown up. Oh, that's right, the story's 800 near Yun. You're none. So at this point, she'd be 797. So there's 3 years left in the story, is that it?
ビクニが生まれてから800年の年月が流れました。
800 years had passed since she was born. The 800-year nun. And then what? Does the boyfriend finally show up or no? I mean, by this point, everybody who was in the village hearing the bell, if you're still fucking ringing that bell, would be dead and gone. And the only ones, and if anyone still knew about that bell thing, it would be because their parents told them.
鈴の音が聞こえなくなりました。
The bell finally stopped ringing. What, did she die at 800?
とうとう最後まで彼氏さんが姿を現すことはありませんでした。
After all that time, her boyfriend had never appeared.
洞窟の前の椿は美しく咲き誇り、その後 何年もの間知ることはなかったと言います。
The camellias in front of the cave blossom beautifully, never wilting for many years. That's good at least.
人々はいつまでも若く美しかったビクニのことを尊び、祈りを捧げ、
People honored this young and beautiful nun and prayed for her. Uh-huh.
健康で明るく長生きできるように願いを込めて、
And wished for longevity and happiness.
彼女のことをヤオビクニと呼ぶようになったとさ。
People decided to call her Yao Bikuni, the 800-year-old nun. Okay. And then, how does the story end? This is not a satisfying conclusion, you know, just so you know.
おしまい。
No! The end? No! No! What happened? Does she keep living? Is she dead? Did she die? Is the boyfriend leading her on? Did he want her to live on and thought that would be a way for her to continue living? Was he being a douche? What? You can't leave so many questions! Fuck you, Coco! Who do you think you are? The creator of Zero Escape? Ellipses. Ellipses.
じゃなかった。続く。
Oh, not really. It's to be continued. But it's gonna take forever for the next installment to come out, and we're gonna have to look at all the possible ways to think of actually getting it out there. We'll consider Kickstarter. We'll look at all the ways. Eventually, we'll get it out there. But then, and you know, you'll be grateful that it finally came, but it will be slightly underwhelming because, you know, we didn't have the full support that we feel we needed. I'm sorry. I like Zero Time Dilemma. Get off my back. But it was slightly underwhelming.
Huh?
Huh? There's more?
ココの知ってるお話はこれで終わりなんだけどね。
Well, actually, that's the end for the tale that I know.
ひょっとしたらまだ続きがあるかもしれないし。
But there might be more to the tale.
どういうこと？
What do you mean?
結局、ヤオビクニさんの遺体は誰も確認してないんだよ。
Well, nobody actually found her body. Duh. I mean, how would she die? Is she like one of those people that, oh, you're immortal, but you can die? Like, you don't age, but you can die? So?
鈴の音が聞こえなくなったから死んじゃったんじゃないかって思っただけで。
They just figured she was dead because the bell stopped ringing. Maybe she finally fucking moved on.
もしかしたら日本のどこかの洞窟でまだヤオビクニさんは生き続けているのかもしれないでしょ？
Maybe she's still alive in the cave somewhere in Japan, you know? Maybe.
未だに彼氏さんのことを待ってると。
Still waiting for her boyfriend? Stupid. There's no way that story is true. Well, of course you doesn't believe that. I mean, you of all people would not believe that. It's just no fairy tales all. Why is he getting so defensive about it? Does he think maybe there is some truth to that? Is that why?
そうかな。
I don't know.
ここはほんのちょびっとだけだけど生きてるような気がするんだけどな。
I think she might still be alive somewhere. Oh, you, it's time for you to attack her. She's saying stupid things. You're supposed to attack people who say stupid things. That's what you said in your pathway, right, you? But of course you can't attack her because she's fucking innocent ass Coco. Is that right?
私もそう思う。
Fuck you! Yeah, me too! No, you don't! You don't actually believe that. Screw you. You're just saying that because it's Coco and she's innocent and pure and bullshit. Blech! 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 Come on, are you guys serious?
ねえここ、ヤオビクニっていつ生まれたの？
When was this nun born anyway? Yeah, what year?
詳しくは知らないんだけど、今から1300年ぐらい前だって聞いたことがある。
I don't know exactly, but I've heard it was about 1300 years ago. Not 1700 years? Are you sure? Aha, you see? 1300 years ago. If she was still alive, she'd be 1300 years old. So it'd be the 100-year-old nun, not the 800 one. Completely different. It should be 1700, or even 3400. The 3400 would mean that she was born in BC, but...
当たり前のこと言わないでよ。
You don't have to inform us of the obvious. Let me put it this way. 300 years from now would be like 700 AD. Wait. 1300 years from now would be like 700 AD. Yeah, that means she would have been living since the Nara era, or even before that. Indeed. Shikamaru Nara era. Sounds cool. That would amaze even Prince Nakano Oe. Yeah, that guy. I know all about him.
何ムキになってるのよ。
What are you so worked up about? Because I believe it. That's why. You don't care, which is why you're going along with it. I actually believe it, which is why I'm trying to say it's not true.
ただの昔話だって言ったのは倉成じゃない。
You're the one who just said it was an old story, Takeshi. I'm not worked up.
もう倉成もいい加減大人なんだからさ。わかるでしょ？
You're old enough to know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think she is too, honestly.
少女の夢をむやみに壊すんじゃないの。
Don't break girls' romantic dreams for no reason. Oh, you can break Shonen's romantic dreams, like about ghosts and shit. You can break that? Like, oh my god. Screw you, you. Just screw you, you. Whoever his parents, you know, Coco, whoever your parents are, I either feel sorry for them, or I'm mad at them. I'm either mad at them for not raising you properly because you're fucked up, or I'm sorry for them for having to raise you because you're fucked up.
ねえここ。
Right, Coco? Yeah. Ellipses.
ヤオビクニが700歳で洞窟に入ったってことは、それから600年間もひたすら彼氏さんを待ち続けてたってことになるよね。
She entered the cave at the age of 700, so that means she waited for a boy for another 600 years, right? No! No, that's a terrible thing to take away from that story. You should assume that after she stopped ringing the bell, she moved on. Stopped waiting for her stupid boyfriend that never showed up. And, actually moved on with her life. Or, the boyfriend did show up finally, and that's why she stopped ringing the bell. She didn't need to ring it anymore, because the boyfriend was there. One of those! Don't think she's still waiting in that cave. Fuck you. It's a terrible message to take from that.
あ、今でも生きてるかもしれないから待ち続けてる。現在進行形か。
Oh, but she might still be alive, so that makes it she is waiting as in the present tense.
とにかく
Anyway,
彼氏さんが椿の花を追い求めてようやく洞窟の縁へとたどり着いたその時
when her boyfriend finally arrives at the entrance to the cave, which is overflowing with camellia flowers,
運命の再会が訪れるわけよ。
they'll finally be reunited. No, that's. I feel like that's a dumb way to look at it. If the bell has stopped ringing, in my mind, either the boyfriend's already there, or she's given up on waiting for him, and she's moving on with her life.
600年間の孤独が報われるわけよ。
Bullshit. The extra 600 years of loneliness will be rewarded. Yeah, no, fuck that. That's not at all a thing. No.
1300年間の恋が実るわけよ。
I don't like it. I don't like your story. You ruined it, you. You ruined it. Your version sucks. Their 1300-year-old love will be fulfilled.
ロマンチックなんでしょう。
How romantic. Yeah, I mean, I can tell she's bullshitting, but why are you okay to bullshit for her? When you say you're not okay to bullshit for Shonen, god damn it.
ロマンチックか。
Romantic, huh?
ここはロマンチックっていうよりもちょっぴり悲しい気がするな。
Exactly, that's my opinion. I think it's more sad than romantic. Ellipses?
うん？
Hmm.
だってさ、
I mean,
暗い洞窟の奥で
she's been waiting in this deep dark cave.
ずーっと彼氏さんが来るのを待ってるんだよ。
Just waiting for her boyfriend for the longest time, you know?
一人ぼっちで待ってるんだよ。
She's been all alone. Is this an analogy for how you're waiting for Shonen forever if he doesn't save you in the other timeline somehow? Cause you know, I got nothing. I just don't like her.
寂しくて。
So alone and so lonely.
だけど死んじゃうこともできなくて。
She couldn't die either. Wow, you sure? It just made her so she couldn't age, right? Could she not die? Because there's a difference. You know, you can't just assume someone can't die just because they can't age. There is a definitive difference.
人魚の涙なんて飲まなければよかったのに。
I wish she'd never drank those mermaid's tears. So yeah, she did drink mermaid's tears, whereas I've been eating mermaid's tears. There's a distinct difference. Ellipses. 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 Coco.
Hmm?
Coco Puffs. What? Do you believe that mermaids actually exist?
はあ、またそうやって夢のないことを言う。
There you go again. You're too practical. You're normally super practical. Fuck you. Are you just not practical because this is your Harukane and you're only super practical when you're Akikane? Because that's some bullshit. Mermaids don't exist, and you can forget all about the whole story to begin with.
そんなことないよ。
It's not necessarily true.
人魚がいてもいなくても話の信憑性とは何の関係もないと思う。
Whether mermaids exist or not doesn't have anything to do with whether or not this story is true. I can't believe they're actually having this discussion. And it's not even thinking stupidly, as you would put it. It's thinking seriously, I think. Why not?
ゴンタ君のもらったとっくりには誰が何と言おうと不老長寿の液体が
It's obvious that the liquid Gonta got from the old man was a longevity potion. I don't care what you say. So you think it had nothing to do with mermaids? Okay, sure.
それを誰かが勝手に人魚の涙って命名しただけかもしれないでしょ
They could have just named it mermaid ears, right? Not ears, tears.
つまり不老長寿の液体が実際の人魚の涙である必要はない
What I'm trying to say is the potion didn't actually have to be from mermaid teardrops. Oh, great. So you believe in longevity potions then, is that it?
例えばここに積まれてるキャンディーの山が実際の人魚の涙じゃないのと同じようにね
I mean, these candies aren't actual mermaid teardrops, of course, because the mermaid teardrops are actually liquid, so there's a big difference. You have a point. So mermaid tear is only the name for that strange liquid, right? Alright, fine, let's skip the whole mermaid business. But you know, you think really hard, will you? About what? Do you honestly think that something like eternal youth exists? Of course she doesn't. She's just saying it does for Coco's sake.
思う
I do. I don't believe you. You're bullshitting. You're just saying that for Coco's sake. You have a basis for that belief?
ある
Yes. What? What? This is so bullshit. Oh, if only, if only Shonen could have gotten with Harukane. Would have saved so much trouble of her constantly shooting down his shit. Even though she seems to shoot down his shit anyways. Or no. No, I was thinking of Mayo's pathway. That's still Akikane. I get them confused. You know, when you play as Takeshi, it's clear it's Harukane, so she seems to not be as close-minded. Wow, okay. Okay, show me then.
望むところよ
Fine. Ellipses?
ちょっと話はそれるけど今のヤオビクニの話何かに似てると思わない
Oh boy, another story. This is a little off topic, but doesn't this story of Yao Bakuni remind you of something else? What? Huh?
浦島太郎だよ
Oh, there he is again. I'm talking about the tale of Rip Van Winkle. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting callback, because when Shonen on Yu's Path, I remember this quite well, because I sped through Yu's Path a couple days ago, they were having a serious discussion about how Yu could be the daughter of someone who died 34 years ago, and they mentioned that, you know, I don't think I was abducted by Rip Van Winkle or anything, so, yeah, there's that. Rip Van...
太郎
Wrinkle? Winkle.
海の中へと招待されて立派な屋敷がそこには立ってて豪華なディナーをご馳走されて帰りがけにはおみやをもらう
Never actually heard the story of Rip Van Winkle, but I'll believe you. Your father got invited to a party and got some kind of alcoholic beverage, right?
ここのとこなんかもうそっくりそのまま浦島太郎じゃない
That's just like Rip Van Winkle. Great. So what?
だから要するにこういうこと
What I'm trying to say is this. Rip Van Winkle is real.
浦島太郎は玉手箱を開けたことによっておじいさんになっちゃったでしょ
Rip Van Winkle drank the liquor and became a very old man, right?
ヤオビクニは人魚の涙を飲んだことによって不老長寿の肉体を手に入れ
Yabikuni drank the mermaid tears and gained a body of perpetual youth that never ages. Okay, just because one exists, that doesn't mean the other exists. And also, how do you know one exists?
ということはですな
And that means that... I'm getting to see what you're trying to say. Rip Van Winkle hits the bottle just a little too hard, and when he wakes up, 20 years has passed. Uh-huh. Just like that with the 800-year-old nun. By drinking mermaid tears, she was sent 700 to 800 years into the future. Oh! That's an interesting way of looking at it. So she didn't actually gain eternal youth, she just slipped through time into the future. That's an interesting way of looking at it, but I think the story's way better if you hear it that way, actually, because that way she doesn't have to live out those 700 years that she's waiting for the boyfriend. Only the 600 afterwards when she's waiting for him to actually return, which is still sad. So that explains why she stayed 17 years even after 800 years. Wait, what? Why would she stay 17 years after 800? I don't understand. Where did that extra 17 come from? I'm confused. Did you hear part story I didn't hear? Is that a typo? Think that explains it? Well, it doesn't. There's no such thing as time travel in real life. Haha, that's what you would say, but no, you're wrong.
ちょっと待って。話を勝手に進めないでよ。
Don't go jumping to conclusions. Oh, really? What's your argument?
私は一言もタイムスリップなんて言ってないでしょ。
I never said a word about time slip, did I? You implied it. Lipsies. Lipsies.
私が言いたいのは、玉手箱と人魚の涙との類似性というか、相関関係というか、そういったものについてなの。
I'm just curious about the similarities between dwarven spirits and mermaid tears. Well, one is spirits of dwarves packed in a bottle that's gross and you're drinking them? Ugh! The others, it's just tears of mermaids. It's no big deal. I mean, they might taste a bit salty. Who knows? Yeah, hopefully they taste good. But dwarven spirits, you're eating people. Ugh!
玉手箱の中に詰め込まれていたものは、生物の老化を急速に促進する作用を持った液体だった。
The dwarven liquor was actually a solution that rapidly accelerates aging. So you think the mermaid tears is the opposite? Again, though, we have no proof the dwarven liquor exists.
とっくりの中に詰め込まれていたものは、生物の老化を極限まで抑制する作用を持った液体だった。
Was in the tears was a solution that slows down aging.
そしてこの2つは共に海中に生息している何者かによって手渡された。
Both of them were handed down from some old guy. So you think it's the same old guy? Conspiracy theory.
さらにこれらを手渡した人物は海底に建造されたゴージャスな宮殿のような場所に住んでいた。
Both of them were given at a mysterious gathering. Although the gathering with Gonta, wasn't that just him? Were there other people? I thought it was like just him who was invited. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. The story from 2 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. Holy shit, I'm looking at the time. 20 minutes ago.
ということは
So it tells us
玉手箱の煙も人魚の涙も同一人物の手によって
both dwarven spirits and mermaid tears
あるいは同一の文明によって製造された可能性が極めて高い
possibly made by the same people of the same civilization. Holy shit, this is taking forever. It tells us that? Okay, I mean, I understand that, but man, we're spending a long time on a fairy tale.
なるの
It does! Ellipses.
もしかしたらその宮殿は海底に沈んだ超古代文明の遺跡の一部だったのかもしれないよね。
The castle in Coco's story might have been part of the same ruins of an ancient civilization sunken under the ocean, like Lemuria!
例えばレムリア文明とか
Yep, of course. For example, the civilization of Lemuria, which we know you don't believe in, at least in Akikane's pathway.
レムリア文明には老化をコントロールできちゃうような科学技術があって
In Lemuria, it is thought that they had science and technology which could control aging, of course.
浦島太郎もゴンタ君も何らかの事情によって特別にその宮殿へと招かれることになったんだよ。
For some reason, Gonta got invited to the castle.
うんうん。
They just wanted him to be gone. Uh-huh. What? What?
どう？納得した？
So you satisfied? No! I think that was a pretty random explanation, but that's okay, I guess. I got your point. But you still haven't given me any substantial evidence that eternal youth exists. The point of what you just said was basically this. Rip Van Winkle and the 800-year-old nun's dad must have made contact with the lost civilization of Lemuria. Alright then, let's just suppose this assumption was correct. Even if civilization of Lemuria actually did exist, nobody knows if they had the technology to control aging, right? There's no way you can prove that. Besides, Lemuria never did and never will exist. Oh, and she gonna defend that? Because usually she's the one who's on the offense. At least in fucking Akikane is. Sklatter's theory has been proven wrong a long time ago. Whoever Sklatter is.
スクレーターって何？
What's Sklatter? Name of an English zoologist. In the mid-19th century, he noticed that the same species of lemur inhabited in Africa, Madagascar Islands, Asia, and Indonesian islands. Uh-huh. But lemurs can't swim. Well, maybe just a little, but certainly not a long distance. Well, then how could the same kind of lemurs reside on different islands separated by a massive ocean? Scatler thought, that's it! A long time ago there must have been a great landmass in the Indian Ocean, and these islands must have been connected as one. But, you know, there's multiple explanations for why they'd be the way they are. Also, it could be that in the past the lemurs could swim and just evolved to be creatures that couldn't swim. You never know. By the mid-20th century, a theory of continental drift had been proven, and Scatler's theory was ignored after that. Okay, but just because continental drift is proven doesn't mean his theory is wrong. Aha! Proving one theory doesn't automatically disprove another. A long, long time ago, all the land on the Earth today formed one big continent, which very slowly got broken up and the continents shifted with the movement of the Earth's crust, or by virtue of plate tectonics, to become the way they are today. To be precise, the land masses are still moving, even today, by a few inches or less every year. The theory of continental drift, now known to be fact rather than just theory. The reason why lemurs exist on different islands can be explained by this theory. So there, you see, there's no such thing as Lemuria! Sure, I don't think you ever said there was, just there could, I don't know. There's no Lemuria, there couldn't be a Lemurian civilization! Oh really? How dare you defend it? No, you went so, no, you can't be defending it. Akikane would look down upon you, Harukane! You don't say. Ellipses. Ellipses. Sorry to cut you off when you were just getting started, but the Lemuria I was referring to was in the Pacific Ocean. As opposed to what? The Indian Ocean? Is that what he said? I don't remember. Yeah, he did say that, okay. Why would a Japanese, like Ganta, go all the way over to the Strait of Malacca into the Indian Ocean? Lemuria was located in the Pacific Ocean. Okay. In the Pacific Ocean? Are you by any chance talking about the continent of Mu? Doesn't matter what you call it. There used to be an ancient civilization in the Pacific before recorded history, but that's only a theory that also seems to be stupid and wrong, right? That's what you said yourself! Some people call it Lemuria, others call it Mu. It doesn't really matter, does it? And you don't believe in it, right? 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 I'm getting a headache. I guess you're right, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Whether you call it Lemuria or Mu, it never existed anyway. Why do you have to be so serious? Oh, you're being joking just because Coco's here? You know, you're going on this crazy tangent for a long time, you know, and you never said I have to think stupidly. You're thinking seriously, right? Like, what the what? So childish. More childish than the child? Don't you have any imagination, Takeshi? Do you? You're the closed-minded one. Or at least you should be. Where's my Akikane? What'd you do with her? You're the one who's childish. You're 18, right? Grow up, will you? Get real! An ancient civilization before time, perpetual youth and longevity, Rip Van Winkle, 800-year-old nun, and Santa Claus. None of these exist! Coco, did you know about Santa Claus? If not, I'm sorry. But yeah, he doesn't exist. They're all just fairy tales. Not all fairy tales are fiction. They are as far as you're concerned. You are not my you. You're not Akikane. I mean, I've already known this, but there's very clear differences between the two. I guess this is one of them. Some of them may be real. Akikane would never think that. No way. Yes, way. I, for one, believe Rip Van Winkle really existed. Akikane would never say that! You're so sure, huh? You do have any proof, do you? Of course! What proof? Let's see it. Okay, I'll show you. Is this just gonna be another roundabout fucking explanation? Oopsies. Rip Van Winkle was? What? Rip Van Winkle was... Rip Van Winkle was... Did you lose? Did I just defeat you? Ellipses? Huh? Are you coming down with something? Are you okay? Are you not... Well? I thought you were just saying that... I thought you were saying that because you were losing an argument, but... Are you actually, like, sick or something? Or maybe you're part... Oh, you slipped. You slipped. Time slipped, right? So that's why, you know, it's hurting you, right? Is that it? Is that it? Am I right? Is that it? Rip Van Winkle was... Winkle... Was! All of a sudden, you put her hand on her chest and looked like she was suffering. Rip Van Winkle was you? Weird dog face for this point in time. Also, weird Coco face. Seems very inappropriate, both of them. What's wrong? Are you okay, Nakyu? Oh, shit. Uh-huh. I don't believe you. I'm okay. It happens all the time. What does? This panting thing you have? No, it doesn't. To you? I've never seen it happen. Maybe only to Harukane, because I've never been too personal with Harukane. I am reminded of the one time that she completely spaced out at the beginning of Shonen's pathway, but that was a bit different, I feel. Meh. What do you mean all the time? Yu's face had gone pale. Her lips were almost purple and sweat began to run down her forehead. She grabbed her chest with her right hand. Now that I know that this version of Shonen looks older and more mature, it makes it less believable during certain scenes when they'd be like, "Oh, you're such a little kid," kind of. And you know, in the beginning, Yu was like, "I don't think I can take you seriously." It seems less believable now that I've seen the older-looking Shonen. I mean, just because he doesn't look that helpless anymore. I'm willing to buy it for the sake of storytelling, but I feel it was a bit of a stretch because he doesn't look the same. He looks more mature. He looks like he can handle himself better, and so it's a bit of a stretch to say that, you know, they all looked down on him so much. But maybe it's just the way he acted, because he had the mind of the other shonen, so he acted kind of wimpy, and that's what led to it. I don't know, but still, just thought I'd bring that up. She groaned in a low voice and squatted to the floor. She jabbed her left hand into the mountain of tears. The mermaid tears scattered everywhere, and the pen on top flew into the air. I'll be alright. She didn't seem alright. Her breathing was fast and her body was stiff and shaking. Her facial color almost seemed like that of a corpse. What should we do? Should I leave you here and call for help? No, we don't have any time to lose. To the infirmary. I've got to take her to the infirmary. She can check herself up. Wait, no. Someone else can check her up, I guess. At least Sora could, sort of. Coco, I'm going to carry you to the infirmary. So you go ahead and tell everybody what's going on. Okay, I got it. I carried you on my back and jumped out of the kiosk. The infirmary was close, so I could get there in less than a minute if I ran. And I ran, Van Winkle. Before I could think, my feet had already started moving. That's my other name. You're supposed to say Takeshi, but yes? Takeshi. I kept running in silence. The infirmary was near, but also far. It was so near, yet so far away. Hey, Takeshi. What? You whispered into my ear in a small voice. Oh my god, you're still on about this. Rip Van Winkle was? Rip Van Winkle was? Oh god, this reminds me of, I was looking at the sorting algorithm of, what is it? The sorting algorithm of deadness? There's like, no, there's two different ones. There's deadness, and there's chance you're gonna die. There's two different ones. I remember what the other one's called, but, in one of them, it's like, how were they killed? And if it says they were killed, when they were about to, like, say, like, oh, I've got it! The answer is, and they're about to give an answer, then that means, oh, yeah, they're definitely dead. But, meh. Okay. As opposed to if they say a badass post, like, if they make a badass post, like, I'll die with you, there's a good chance they'll actually live, so, yeah. He really, what, existed? Did you know the real Rip Van Winkle? Does Harukane know a Rip Van Winkle? He really? Really? Oh, of course. Fucking of course. And Shonen's the one now who, God fucking dick. Rip Van Winkle did exist.